Joining me is none other than personally, I'm gonna drop a bombshell here. My favorite player on the team, because we share a bond of bearded awesomeness. Dak, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up? I'm not sure how much that's gonna last though, because I think I'm gonna shave for Overwatch League. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's enough. I had the beard for like 2 years and I'm done with it. But yeah.
How could you just shave it off, man? Like after 2 years, you kind of get to know it. It becomes like part of your body. How do you just part ways because of Overwatch League? You got you got an original look on the team. This is how you keep your originality.
No, you're wrong. I'm going to my OG look. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
The OG look.
Yeah. The beardless look. Yeah.
Now, I don't know too much about your history before Overwatch. Give me like your lineage of competitive gaming from like when you hit the scene to today.
So I think, okay, so if we want to get personal here, I'm gonna find a picture right now that I have by hand, okay, so you can show everyone. This is fucking old school, but was basically like the first tournament I ever played.
While you're pulling that up, I mean, I don't even know how old are you, man?
Yeah, so I'm 28 right now, okay? And I started playing video games when I was like extremely young. I think when I was like 3 years old, I would like sneak out of my crib to play like some Mario Bros or something, and I would like mute the TV to make sure my parents didn't wake up, and like you know, they wouldn't bother me when I was playing video games, basically. And so I played consoles until I was like maybe 7, 8 years old. I don't know. When my parents or I think my uncle got a computer or something, and then there were like some single player games on the PC. So like I kept playing those. But once I found like the first multiplayer game I played on PC with like people over the internet, it was over. I've never played a single player game since then. Not once. Like I've never played like the Metal Gear one that looks sick. I just don't feel like anything playing against the AI, you know? It's just not fun to me. And the fact that I could like play over the internet with like people across the fucking planet and just chat with people. You communicate, you create strategies, you try to beat the other teams, you make teams, you play other teams. That's what really resonated with me. And then once you could play shooters over the internet, it was like game over. Like, okay, this is it. I don't want to play anything else.
So take me back. What was childhood? You grew up out in Spain, correct?
No. Okay, so I was born in Venezuela.
Okay.
And I stayed in Venezuela until I was like 11 years old or something. Okay. Then I moved out to Spain because both of my parents are from Spain. So I have family in both countries, basically. So once I moved to Spain, it was like a whole different world because like Spain was like a more developed country, so like internet connections were better. There were more like LAN events and stuff like that, so it was like a lot easier to compete, basically. Competition was a lot harder too, so it was like great.
Hold on, this is too good. I'll have to like I said, NA stream people, so some of the stuff how I'm going to present to you is pretty primitive, and I'm not going to like show my desktop or anything, so I'm just going to plop it right there. We'll make it as big as I can, and then we'll get rid of it when we're not using it. So let's see how good you guys are in chat, if you could tell which one of these is Baby Dak. Holy crap, I have no clue, man. I couldn't even begin to tell you. I'm going to assume, I'm just going to guess that's you in the yellow jacket, but let's see kind of what chat has to say. So growing up, overseas, how'd your English get so good? Because your English is pretty damn good. It was at school?
Yeah, so I was always, growing up, I was always into, I would say like, so in Venezuela, right? Whenever you go to the movie theater or you watch like a TV show on TV, it would have captions on. They would keep the English language and it would have captions on. So I developed like a very good ear for listening to English language. Which helped me tremendously. But then when I moved to Spain, that was gone because they will translate everything. But it grew so much on me that I would never like go to the movie theater in Spain because it's like I don't want to watch Denzel Washington speaking, like somebody else is speaking for him, So I always like would either download the movie and watch it at home or buy the movie XD, stuff like that. So like, I had a really good listening skills, and then because like, you know, in gaming, by playing video games, you learn a lot of the vocabulary. And then it was just a matter of like polishing. Obviously, I had like English classes in high school and all of that, so it was just a matter of polishing. And when I started to like play poker, I realized, hey, a lot of the content I need to learn, it's in English. So why don't I just, you know, when I was like 18 years old, I didn't know what to. I'm doing a podcast right now, so I'm busy or whatever.
Who is it? Who is it?
I don't know. Open up. It's open. Let's
get him. Let's see who we got here.
Yeah. Dhak, come here. We're live. We're actually live. This is the actual intro between Nomi
Hey!
and
What's going on, Nomi?
So, you want to say hello? That's like Corey, the other Birdie Energy / San Francisco.
Hey, we think, fam. What's up?
Wow. So was that actually the first time you met him in person?
No. I met him in Contenders like a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago. I don't know when it was. So it was the second time I met Nomi. But yeah.
Wow, that's actually really cool that we captured that little moment there.
Hey, we think, fam. What's up?
Yeah, so I don't know what I was saying, but basically, you know, I moved to San Diego for like a year, in like because I didn't know what to study after high school. Like I didn't know what career to choose or anything. So I basically took like a sabbatical and I went to San Diego and I studied English for like a year. And then eventually, like when I was like older, I moved to England for like another 2 years. So that's why my English is good.
So when you're like playing a game or when you're thinking, do you think in Spanish or do you think in
No. I've been thinking in English for a long time. I think when I was like in San Diego and I basically spoke English for a whole year, that's when I basically stopped thinking in Spanish. Yeah.
I guess we could go ahead and address this. They're really infatuated with your hair. What do you got going on up there?
Yeah. So you want the political correct answer? Or you actually want the true story of what happened here?
Let's go in raw. What's up?
Okay. I can give you both. So my excuse that I use daily is that I lost a bet in Vegas and I dyed my hair. But what happened is that, so we have an unannounced but leaked staff member, okay. And he wanted to like dye his hair. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll drive you. But it was like 6 p.m. or something. And I'm like, yeah, just Google a hair salon or something. So we're Googling a hair salon, and yeah, they were closing. Most of them were closing at like 8 p.m. So we go there, and they're like, no, this will take more than 2 hours. And I'm like, dude, this is Vegas. There's no way there's not a 24/7 salon somewhere. So we actually Googled 24/7 salon in Vegas, and there was one. Go there, and you know, because I was like, you know, finding salons and all that. When I get there, I'm like, okay, fuck it, I might just dye my hair too. So I'm like, they asked me, what color do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. I just want like maybe some brown highlights or something. Because like I'm going to go to California and I'm going to get tan and, you know. and then they show me all the, you know, the hair colors and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe blonde. Yeah, I think blonde will look good. So I'm going to go full blonde. And then the lady, the hair salon, she's like, I think gray will look insane on you. It's like super fashion right now. And I'm like, gray? I don't know about gray. All right, gray sounds good. And then she shows me all the grays, and then like, oh, I think this titanium gray looks fucking amazing. I'm gonna go with that. So she starts like decoloring my hair and getting it ready for the dye. And we're about to put the dye. She's like, yeah, I don't have titanium gray. I have moonstone. I'm like, what? What is that?
Moonstone. That's what you use to evolve a Clefairy.
Dude, a moonstone color, and I'm like, no, show me the color. I'm not gonna get my hair weird. So she shows me the like next version between the titanium gray and the moonstone color, and moonstone is like fucking blue, and I'm like, wait, that's blue. Like I don't want my blue hair. I don't want to be one of those guys with the fucking pink blue hair. I don't want that. She's like, no, trust me, this looks blue, but it's great. And I'm like, what? Fuck it, do it. So when I'm done with the hair, this shit looks like between green, blue, gray, and yellow. So like I don't know. And so like you know, the guy I went to was making fun of me because I basically have like mood hair. It would change the color depending on my mood, like a mood ring type of thing. It's just pretty bad. But I'll probably just go full blown.
Is there any, messages you want to get out there to the Shock family, to the other competitors, just put out there into the ether?
Sure. I want to say that, I want everyone to like pay attention to what we're about to do, because it's gonna be great. I have like a big hopes for like our final roster, and like we can win it. I want to win it. I don't want anything else. So if we win it, then we can all share the win.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.